Tango United, listening for any calls.
Mexico 6, Mike Delta Golf, URP.
Yeah, Mike 6, Mike Delta Golf. I almost jumped out of my chair. You were so loud, David. And booming in here this morning. And I see you're in my logbook. Your name's David, isn't it? My name is Stu, Sugar Tango United, and down on the south coast here next to Bournemouth, Roger.
Yes, good morning, Stu from Mexico 6, Mike Delta Golf. Your signal report is 20 over. 20 over into South Yorkshire in Rotherham here, Stu. From Mexico 6, Mike Delta Golf. Running 10 watts into a G5 RV full-size rear Stu. The radios and ICOM 756 Pro 2 with the original microphone, the QSL.
Yeah, all received. Oh, just switching the setting back onto IPO. Well, with the preamp on, you're 5.9. With the preamp off here on the 101 Delta, you're about 5.5. So you take your pick which one you want to use, because I never know which one's actually right, if any, you know. So I normally have the amp on. So if I had the amp on, I'd say you were 5 and 9, but you certainly sound it. And I've got the like I say, the 101 Delta from Yaesu today. I'm using the fist mic, so I hope the audio sounds okay, because I don't normally use this fist mic. I normally use a headset or a boom mic. I've never actually used this fist mic with this radio, so I'm not sure what the sound quality's like. Hopefully it's plenty of top end and not overdriving or anything. You'll have to let me know, David, and we're running the 400 watts here from the ACOM 1000. So good morning, David. I wonder if it's nice and sunny where you are. It certainly is down here. M6 MDG G5STU.
No sunny Stu. It's been raining. We've just been
morning, Jason, Nathan, Paul. Oh, you can hear me. Happy days.
100%. And it's working all right to me. Like I say, 5.9 plus 20. I'll take the 5 and 5 because I don't get preamps on at all, Stu. I'll take the 5 and 5. I'm not bothered about the 5 and 9. I'll take the 5 and 5 with the preamp on. You give me about 50 of it. I'm not good for that. So I'll just take the 5 and 5. Weather, Stu, it's been raining a little bit. It's in the night. And I think we got rain today, later in the year, and it stopped a minute, Stu. It's like drizzling. No sunshine. Tomorrow we've got 90% rain all day again. And then Sunday, I'm not very sure it's on and off Sunday. It keeps changing. I look at the farming weather and it's up and down. 1 minute it's going to be sunshine Sunday. And next week still it's 50% rain. So I don't know. It's weird, the weather this year, absolutely weird. We ain't had a good summer this year. I think summer is ending. I think we've had a full week of summer, unless we get any end of August still. Next week's not going to be bad. Next Thursday is going to be a nice day. But like you say now, with no good weather here still, it's the wet stuff all day. From Mexico 6, Mike Delta Golf. Back to you, Stu.
Yeah, G5STU. Well, it's been pretty miserable down this end of the country for the last couple of days. It's been, overcast and what have you. But I woke up this morning, pulled the curtain back, and pleasant surprise, there was actually some sun out there. But sometimes it fools you, doesn't it, in the morning? Sometimes it tricks you. The early hours can be sunny, and then by the time you get into the late morning, it's all gone rubbish again for some reason. It's just the way the the weather seems to work, I guess. But it's quite nice if you get up early and go out and do a bit of DXing by the sea down here. It can be quite nice in the mornings for the sunrise. But then, like I say, as soon as you get to sort of 9-10 o'clock, it's all overcast and miserable. So sometimes the first thing in the morning is the best time of the day. So there you go. And I fly drones and stuff as well, a bit of photography. So that's what they call golden hour, isn't it? When the sun's coming up and the sun's going down. Golden hour. Great time to be flying the drones. Great time to be on the radio as well, obviously. So two great hobbies to put together. But lovely. You're sounding fabulous, David. Bit of QSB on your signal, but mostly up around the 5 plus. You know, absolutely romping in. Not a problems copying you. So, what's your plans for today? Do you do any work or anything like that, David? Go ahead.
I've got a coffee here. I'm going to cook my coffee. I'm going to get in the bath. I'm going to get ready. Fishing match. I've got another hobby. I've got radio and fishing league still. I've got fishing. I've got I'm in a club. And I go leisure fishing or I go on open matches. But the plan today we're going up to bait shop. And then we're coming back, sort of bait out. And because I've got a fridge for my geeks and that, freezer. And I fuel the my geeks. What I do, I bag them up in another bag still. I get about 3 or 4 pints of maggots and I bag them in different bags and then I pick them on the match. I fix the get breads and all that. Some matches I fix with like maggots, but this place is, I'm going to Springvale. Near Tuxford, it's down the A1 if you've ever heard on it still. It's got a place called Tuxford and it's down A1.
Is that about maggots?
Here on Sunday, so I'm going to put some maggots and worms from the shop, and then when I come back I'll sort that out, and then we're going shopping. We're going food shopping and that, and then when we come back I'll do my other half will be doing some race. And then I'll be doing tidying up and that, and then she's off to football. She's put Chef Wednesday still. Back to you still.
Is the audio alright on the stream? I don't really know. Yeah, morning. And sorry, morning. I was talking to somebody. I've got the live stream going here, David, on YouTube, just sort of testing it. I was saying morning to them, as well as you, to be fair. But yeah, so you're off to buy some maggots, are you? I wondered what you were talking about there to start with, and then you said maggots and worms, and I thought, okay, yeah, he's obviously talking about maggots. So, well, I grew up on a farm, so yeah, this was a while back now. They used to just dig a hole, you know, somewhere on the farm for all the dead animals, because when you got thousands of animals, there's always one that's dying every day, and you just throw them in a big pit, basically, and by the end of the summer. The pit would be full of maggots, and I'm talking about maggots that would eat your arm off in one bite. You know, blooming great big things. I don't know if they'd be any good for fishing. I think they'd scare the fish away. David, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I'm not really sure. The decent maggots what I get from the fishing shop.
Cheers, Nathan. He's gone down a bit now.
And I put them out in bags here, and then I put tie wraps, and then they go straight into the freezer, and then I kill them, and then I fish with them. I'll be fishing with them on Sunday on a band. It's called a band still. You just have a special tool, and then you can put up the maggot top. I'll be fishing some worms on the hook. I'll be fishing corn, and I went to that bait here. So yeah. All getting ready for Sunday for fishing there still from Mexico 6 miles out to go.
Yeah, G5ST8. Now, fishing sounds great, and I've never been a fisherman myself. A friend of mine used to do a bit of fishing. The last time I went out on a fishing boat, it was a little kind of, I wouldn't even call it a boat, you know, it was barely a raft. We had a Seagull engine on the back, a little Seagull engine, a tiny little thing, and you had to basically wrap the pull starter cord. You had to wrap it round every time you wanted to pull it. You know, it wasn't auto retracting or anything, a proper bare bones job. And we went out here down at Kimmeridge, and we couldn't get the motor started on the way back in. Of course, the tide had turned, the tide was going out, we were trying to come in, the motor wouldn't go. The boat was about, you know, it was only about 2 meters long and 1 meter wide, and all we had as backup was a couple of plastic oars from a blow-up dinghy, you know, a kid's blow-up dinghy. So we were paddling like mad trying to get back in, and the tide was stronger than we were, so we were going backwards. But eventually we did manage in panic to get the engine going and get back in again. So there we go. That, yeah, not the best experience, especially for somebody that can't swim. But anyway, okay then, David. Lovely to hear you today. Absolutely romping in. Great to hear a UK station. I wasn't sure if there'd be any into G. Worked a few across Europe, but there we go. So yesterday morning, Intergy was absolutely booming. Up until about 11 o'clock lunchtime, it started dropping. But lovely to hear you, David. You enjoy your fishing and have a fabulous weekend. Hopefully, some of this sunshine I've got will make its way up to your end of the country before the end of the day. I'll put it round for you for a final, and then we'll see if there's anybody else here to say hello to this morning. M6 MDG, David, back round to you for the final from G5STU in Paul. Thank you.
Yeah, QSL, Matt, still no problem at all. Yeah,
morning, Kevo. Call in if you can hear me.
We had 2 good weeks, I can't remember, but we had no good weather. It's always been. It's started raining. This last month, it rained all month, We had a couple of good days and that was it still. But yeah, good luck for enjoying. I'm a drone still, and I've had a remote control helicopter too. I've had drones. We had a Phantom. We called Phantom, I can't remember what it was, a Phantom drone. And then my son bought a drone, he's got a brand new and nearly 40 pounds. And tell him off because he was flying his house doing it, got Christmas tree of it. So he got into trouble. He had flown his still, and he's got a brand new one here. He's flown his house, and he got brand new in the box and that. Okay, Stu, you have a nice weekend. Thank you very much for letting me come back to the call. 73 to you and your family. Have a nice weekend, dear. Thank you very much for letting me come in. Bye-bye for now, Stu.
Yeah, no problems. And I think, Phantom drones. I've never had a Phantom, but I know what you're talking about. The Phantom 4, isn't it? That's like the main one that people have, or did back in the day, the white one. I came into the hobby just as the next sort of generation was coming out. So I've got a Mavic Mavic Air, the original Mavic Air. Which it's fantastic. Still my favourite drone because it's almost like an FPV drone, even though it's not one. And I've also got a Mavic a Mavic 2 Zoom as well. So a couple from that kind of generation of the drones. I've not got any of the later ones, but they serve me well. In fact, I charged up the batteries a couple of days ago on the bigger drone, so we'll be taking that out for a flight over the weekend, hopefully. David. Anyway, you have a great weekend. We'll catch you further down the log again, I'm sure. 7-3, David. Bye-bye.
Okay, 73. Enjoy your weekend with drones. I hope you got some decent weather here, from Mexico, 6 miles out. 7-3, I'm going to sup my coffee and then I'm going to get a bath and then I'm off to the fishing shop. I'll get up here for about 8:30 still. It's only about 5 miles away where I'm going. And I'm going for some worms too. So, well, have a nice weekend you send me still. Nice catching up here. So, from Mexico, 6 miles out to go. I'm going now too. I'm just going to sup my coffee and then jump in the tub. So, thank you very much for letting me come back to the call. Thank you.
Yeah, no problems. Have a great day. And thanks for the lovely QSO this morning. We'll catch you next time. Okay, anybody else on 40 meters today would like to say hello this morning? Golf 5 Sierra Tango United listening.
Mike 0 Kilo Charlie Victor.
Kevin, morning. Sounding 5'9". I didn't look at the meter, but I don't need to really. 59 today, over.
Yeah, you're also 59 now, so you were 5 and 0 to start with, and I'm just using 60 watts, Stu, 60 watts, no amplifier.
Oh wow, well yeah, I mean I've not even got the preamp on, Kev, and you're 5.9 plus on that, over, so if I had the preamp on you'd be plus 30 or 40, so yeah, absolutely romping in, Kev. So I got up this morning early, Kev, and the sun was shining, so I thought I'd sit down and I just got up for a glass of water, and I thought, okay, I'll just switch the radio on the way past and see what's happening. And I was playing with the rotator, and I realised that if I turn it to 177 degrees, my noise drops to about an S1 or 2 from about an S5 or 7. Now you can imagine that was quite exciting. So I thought, okay, I need to get on the radio and give this a real world test, you know. So there we go, Kev. I'm happy again because I've realised I can null out the noise. Over.
A little bit of scatter from above or below, Stu. No, you're sounding really good. And yeah, there's not usually conditions on 40 first thing in the morning, is there, for into G, but it's working very well. I was just in the shack looking at the computer, and then I saw that you'd gone live, and I thought, oh, I don't know, I've got 15 minutes to kill.
Yeah, okay, Nathan, we'll try for you next, mate.
In my hometown, Stu, I can be at the job in 3 minutes, so yeah, I've got to make myself a cup of tea to take with me, but yeah, if I leave the house at 10 to 8 and go and pick my workmate up, I'll still be there before 8, go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I can remember the days of, you know, I used to work on pipelines and farming and all that sort of stuff, Kev, so I've done the early hours. I did my time doing that, being on site for 7 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, now I don't have to be at my desk until 9, so I should still be in bed now, Kev. I'll be annoyed with myself later when it's mid-afternoon and I'm tired. I'll be looking back to this morning, thinking, why the hell was I up so early? I should have got up at 8:30 like normal, or 8:20, have a quick shower and then coffee, and at my desk for 9, you know, or about 10 to 9 anyway. But yeah, no. Have you got sun? Excuse me. Have you got sun where you are, Kev? It's absolutely beautiful down here at the moment. Over.
Yeah, it's not too bad actually, Stu. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be okay. Well, if you've got a bit of time, Stu, go and have a look on, have a flick round, well, have a trawl through 40 metres, see if there's any speedboat stations hanging about, see some on the cluster, and then have a look on 20, see if there's any VKs about. You're banging out today, Stu. Yeah, it could be a good day for it, go ahead.
Yeah, G5S to you. Well, I've only got 40 metres at the moment, Kev. I've got no other bands here at the moment, but as you know, you know, the hex beams. At least I've booked a van now, Kev, so at least it'll be in the county. The next step is finding somewhere to put it, but we're one step closer, Kev, and then that'll be a game changer, won't it? You know, when I've got the hex beam up, that'll be yeah. You'll probably never hear me on 40 metres ever again, Kev. Go ahead. Oh, we lost him. You still there, Kev? Morning, Tim. Oh, hang on. I'm not sure who we've got there now. Kev, M0KCV. You still by? Oh, we seem to have lost Kevin, so I don't know if he's got technical problems or what. But Kevin, one more time. You there? Okay, Kev, I'll say 7-3, mate. I don't know if you can hear me or what's going on, but you've suddenly dropped. Maybe the band's suddenly switched around. I'll say 7-3, Kev, and we'll catch you next time. You're in the log on a 59. 7-3.
Yeah, 7-3, Stu. I don't know what happened there, but I did an over to you, then I looked and I must have clicked a button on the cluster, and I was on 7132 talking to no one. Yeah, old timers. Catch you later, Stu.
Yeah, no problems, Kev. Lovely to talk to you, mate. Have a great day at work, and I'm sure we'll catch up this evening. 7-3.
7-3.
Let's try Nathan. 2E0 KCI, Nathan. 2E0 KCI, listening for you, mate. G5S to you. Yeah, I've got you, Nathan. It's not the best copy in the world, but I've got you. I don't have the headphones on, which makes it a bit more difficult, you know, but I'll give you a 5 and a 5 at the moment. Over. Yeah, Roger. I've just turned the DNR up to about 14, which is quite high, but I can hear you, mate. But yeah, lovely to hear you this morning. How's life on the river at the moment? Well, you're up in the Lake District, aren't you? My former home, I absolutely loved it up there. I was up there, you know, mid to late 2000s, and had a whale of a time. So yeah, how's the Lake District this morning, Nathan? Go ahead.
Pretty glorious, to be honest, mate. Pretty glorious. Yeah, nice week, guys. It might be a good day.
Morning everyone there, Nathan, Tim, Bilko, Keith.
I went camping on Monday with the radio gear, and it was forecast for rain then, but I thought, I just need to get out into the field, so I'm going regardless. But well done on the tower, just need to find a place to put it, as you say.
Oh, turn on the DNF, filter out the tuning. Hopefully they're tuning up to call in a moment, Nathan. But yeah, no, we've got the tower, thanks to M7XTT, Andy there in Clacton-on-Sea. He's kindly donated it to me for a small fee, well, quite a large fee to be fair. But the collecting it is the problem because it's so big, you know. You can't just chuck it in the back of the truck. So I've hired a transit, not the 23rd, I think it is, of this month. It's a long weekend, isn't it? Bank holiday weekend on the Monday. So I've booked a few extra days either side of the weekend, so I can collect the antenna and possibly even put it up, you know, down at the farm or something, just as a test experiment, and give it a play, have a play with it. But yeah, hunting for somewhere to relocate to. I only rent here, so yeah, I only need to give a month's notice and I can be out of here. So just need to find the right place where they're going to not be funny about aerials, out in the sticks somewhere, and then we're good to go. You know, that'll be a game changer, Nathan. But yeah, lovely to hear you this morning, mate. There was a few people tuning up there, so maybe there's some people wanting to call in and say hello. And I'm only here for 15 minutes more, and I'll be off getting ready for work. But lovely to hear you today, mate. And I think you said you were off. Did you say you were off camping or something? Go ahead.
Roger, yeah, interesting. You thought to about 5 and 8 there, 5 and 8, but I'll log it as a 5-5. Yeah, camping Monday. Couple of nights on a campsite right next to the sea, and we said 10 metres off the sea. So I've got a few antenna experiments I want to conduct. I'm going to make an 80-metre down from me. So I built a balance for that yesterday, but all good fun. So if you're around on Monday or Tuesday evening, I'll do it out. I'll play 7-3, let's see if you can catch it out. I'll see you rotation.
Yeah, no problems. I was just looking at the contest calendar here actually to see what's happening this weekend, and what have we got? There's a few things on. I don't know if it's anything that's going to affect us here in the UK. There is a European HF Championship for a couple of hours on Saturday, but nothing too crazy, I don't think. But hopefully it could be a good fun weekend on the radio. Okay, Nathan, well, you enjoy your camping down by the sea there. And many DX 7-3, mate. Catch you next time. Bye bye.
7-3.
Yeah, you've come right up there, by the way, as well. Nice and loud. So Intergy picking up to the Lake District. Anybody else on 40 before we go back to work today? Well, not back to work, but off to work. G5STU in Paul listening.
Mike Zero Sugar Hotel Foxtrot.
Mexico Zero Sierra again.
Mike Zero Kilo Hotel Foxtrot.
Yeah, Mike 0 Kilo Hotel Foxtrot. Farad, lovely to hear you today. I see we've worked before. When was that? July 2023. So yeah, not too long ago. Thanks for the call. You're a lovely 5 and 9 down to sunny Paul in Dorset this morning. The name's Stu, Sierra Tango United. We got 400 watts here into a ham stick dipole. That's up on the roof of the building, Farad. M0 Kilo Hotel Fox, G5STU.
Yes, good morning to you. Yes, I'm calling from Ringwood near Bournemouth. So
he's only up the road.
95 watts into a Enfield and from there. You're coming across quite well. It's about 5 and 9. It's a bit of a QSC going on. Yeah, lovely day here. Nice and sunny. It's quite few days of high winds and
he's right on my doorstep. A G5STU, yeah, well, you're only up the road, aren't you? 12 miles as the crow flies there in Ringwood. I'll be driving up past your way in a couple of weeks on the way to pick up my new antenna. But yeah, well, you're 5 and 9 here, not a problem copying you. Obviously, well, I don't know if it's ground wave or what, but we can hear each other. That's the main thing, Farad. Well, it's lovely and sunny today, isn't it? So hopefully it stays that way down here on the south. although there are a few clouds creeping around I can see. Okay, I'll not hold it with you, Farid. I'm going to put out a few more calls here before 8 o'clock, and I'll have to pull the plug and get ready for work. But lovely to get you in the log again, and you have a fantastic weekend. M0 Kilo Hotel Foxtrot from G5STU down in Poole, over.
Yes, Roger. Before I go, I fly, I thought you said you're flying drones, but I fly RC Helis at Christchurch, Mother Flying Club, and for BMSP, so that's the new sometimes. Anyway, have a nice day, celebratory, and keep safe.
Oh, go on then. What's the drones? Is it drones or aeroplanes that you fly? Go ahead.
No, model helicopter, mostly 700 size, 550, 700 size, at DMXC, which is at Moon, Little Minster, and Christchurch, which is at Copley, over.
Roger. Yeah, no, as a kid I always wanted a model helicopter. In fact, one of my dream jobs, was to be a helicopter pilot. I was just fascinated by how they worked, the control systems, and it never happened. But I got into the old drones and stuff, and I did think one day I'll have to get myself one of those model helicopters. But I imagine they're probably very easy to crash and probably cost a lot of money. I wonder if the newer ones, are they very, have they got GPS stabilization and they're almost impossible to crash, or are they still fully manual? Farid, go ahead.
Yeah, they all got fly models here. It was the city got to fly there, nothing like yours, it's virtually flying by the absolute, because to fly and very expensive for us.
Yeah, no problems. Okay, a bit of QSB on your signal, Farid. I'm losing you a bit at times, but lovely to talk to you today. And I'd love to talk to you under better conditions and talk more about the helicopters there. But for today, I'll say 7-3, and you were 5-9 when on the peaks, but dipping into the noise. All the best, Farid. Have a lovely weekend from G5STU. Thank you. Anybody else on 40 metres? Germany 5, Sierra Tango United listening. Mexico 0, Papa Delta Tango. Good morning, Peter. I'll check meter next time round. And but hearing you okay on that over. The name's Stu, Sugar Tango United, down in sunny Poole today. Just here on the radio. I think I've been here for about an hour maybe, just before I'm off to work. Back round to you, Mike 0, Papa Delta Tango from G5STU.
G5STU from 0, Papa Delta Tango. Good morning, Stu. Only about 5 and 9 moments, Stu. QSB, but there we are. I'm not putting
Bit of a struggle with Peter.
From England with what and the antennas are something to put up with 7450 on feeder there. So that's the end from my zero
Yeah, G5STU. I'm struggling a bit with you, Peter, with QSB, but on the peaks you're 5 and 5 and fully readable, but on the dips you're about a 4 and a 2, 4 and a 3, so on average I can hear you, but at times I can't. But okay, I'll not hold it with you, Peter, because I'm struggling, and I'm going to pull the plug here shortly anyway. But thanks for coming back to the call, and I'll say 7-3 for the moment, as I'm struggling a bit this end, Peter. But thanks for the call. You have a fantastic day. Back round to you for the final there. M0 Papa Delta Tango G5STU.
Well, this time a copy of hopefully not the amplifier connected to this order link. when I tried before nearby radio, I should have probably maybe put all that for top. I've got a 77 under the Transpon, so the amplifier at the moment is
I'll put out one more call and then that'll be it, I think. Yeah, G5STU. Thanks, Peter. Lovely to work with you today, and hope to catch you under better conditions. M0 Papa Delta Tango 73 from G5STU. All the best. Bye bye. Okay, final call before we pull the plug. Anybody else on 40 meters? Final call. G5STU and Paul listening.
2 Echo 0 Victor Hotel Bravo.
Morning, John. 2 Echo 0 Victor Hotel Bravo. For some reason, I just did not expect you to answer my call, and that's because I know that you don't go to bed very early, John. Go ahead.
Morning, Stu. I've no idea what you're talking about. Yes, it's early to bed last night. It's probably about 1 or something like that.
Early.
That's what happens when you chat to other members of the G8AMC. Yes, I've got to be up early this morning. Got to take daughter to the hospital for a kidney appointment. So that's why I'm up at this ungodly hour. I was rather surprised to get a notification from YouTube actually to say that you were on. So
not as surprised as I am.
There you go. Couldn't pass the opportunity by, could I? So you're a comfortable 10 over to me this morning, although fluctuating up and down a little bit. But like I say, 10 over, lovely clean signal. So 2E0 VHB back to G5STU.
G5STE. Yeah, well, nobody's as surprised as I am to be up this early, John. I can assure you it doesn't normally happen. And whenever I get up early, I always end up regretting it in the middle of the day, because I think, oh, why did I get up so early? You know, tired now. But hopefully that won't happen today. I've always got I've got the lunch hour to have a nap, power nap to catch up, I guess. But you always hear people saying, don't you, that they're raving about how they get up early, 5 o'clock every day and all this sort of stuff. And I always think to myself, I think, well, yes, I could get up at 5 o'clock every day as well. If I could have a nap in the afternoon, you know, it wouldn't be a problem. In fact, I'd probably do it every day, you know, get up, play radio for a few hours and then have a nap in the afternoon or whatever. But when you've got to sit at a desk all day, and getting up at silly o'clock in the morning is not really an option. But there we go, John. But no, you're sounding well. 59 you'll report. I'm not sure if that's what the needle says, but you certainly sound it. I've not got the preamp on, and I noticed this morning that the if I turn the rotator to 177 degrees, it nulled out some local noise by about 2 S points. So that was quite exciting. So I decided to actually give it a get on air and sort of test it, and obviously having the live stream helps attract a few extra callers as well. So there we go, that's the reason for that. And it's all good fun, isn't it, John? But okay, I'll not hold you. I'm going to pull the plug now anyway. That was the final call there, so I won't be calling again. And I need to go and prepare myself mentally for a day at work, John. But at least it's the weekend and we can have a bit of fun. I'll put it round for you for any final. I'll let you get on. You've got stuff to do. And but lovely to hear you this morning. Thanks for coming back to the call, John. 2E0 VHB G5STU listening.
2E0 VHB returning. Yeah, thank you, Stu. I know it's a bit of an ungodly hour, but there you go. Needs my got a phone call from the ex-missus as well to tell me that she's on her way to the joint appointment. So yeah, she was rather surprised to find me awake as well, actually, if I'm honest. No doubt I'll need to recover before tonight's discourse. So, yep, mid-afternoon nap is sounding very appealing round about now, but there we go. It's a cracking day, so looking forward to some, hopefully, nice bit of radio later on. We shall see. But, I heard Kevin coming in nice and loud and clear, but before that, well, a gentleman from Yorkshire came on. The stool almost got blown off. I was rather surprised. But yeah, hopefully we'll catch you later on too. And well done for doing that nice call. And speak to you later. So, to the trees. Look forward VXP, now closing, and handing it back to G5SG. Cheers for that, Pete.
Yeah, 2E0 VHP, G5SG for the final, and then closing as well. And you were peaking a good 575 plus, and that's without the preamp, you know. And at the end of the over, you dropped right down into the noise, but I could still hear you, thanks to the fact that I've nulled out some local noise. So there we go. The system works, John. Anyway, mate, all the best, and we'll catch you next time. Have a great day, and I'm sure we'll speak tonight at some point. 2E0 VHP, G5SG, 7-3, mate, bye-bye.
732, bye.
Okay, G5SG, now closing down, 7-3, thank you. Hello to any shortwave listeners, bye-bye. There we go. Hello to anybody still there that says there's 4 watching. Morning, Andy. Yeah, I was up way too early this morning, Andy. I don't know what happened there. I just woke up, you know, and you wake up and you're just awake, so I thought I'll get a drink, and then I walked past the radio and it was sun outside, so I thought, okay, let's just jump on for a couple of minutes and put out some calls. So there we go. Anyway, we're off. Thanks for jumping in. Anybody that swung by on their way to work this morning or whatever you're doing, and maybe we'll see somebody down at the flight refueling radio rally whenever. I think is it next weekend? Certainly coming up soon, isn't it? I don't know if you're going to be there, Andy, but if you are, look for the man with the Station Master branded t-shirt, or the person with this face. That'd be the easier way, wouldn't it? Anyway, 7-3, chaps, enjoy your day, have a great weekend, catch you next time.
Lighthouse calling access so much Max for the cutest, so it was very nice to hear you. That's 73 and stay healthy, take care, Max. Bye bye.
It's just having fun, getting people on the bands chatting. My world of amateur radio. Just sitting there listening on a frequency, listening to people calling in from all over the place. And amateur radio really is a fantastic hobby.
Okay, Stuart. Well, I've just took a little bit of video.
This is Germany 5, Sierra Tango United in company calling. Yeah, over. G5SU with 2E1 Hotel Juliet Whiskey. Thanks for coming back to the call, Victor. Germany 5, Sugar Tango